guys.
Hey.
Good to have you.
Yeah, welcome. It's Wednesday once again, and we are back from Dark Horse to show you everything that is new this week in comic shops. We got a nice lineup here. And I am Kara. I am the social media coordinator, and with me today we have
John Rudy, sales account executive extraordinaire.
Yeah, he's got a fancy title because John is fancy.
Executive.
I'm a fancy boy.
Yes.
Is extraordinaire a part of your name too?
It is now.
It's on the business
It's
card.
happening.
Yeah.
It's on there.
Sharpie
in crayon.
Everyone. Yep.
I'm gonna come up with some additions for my title too then, because
Cool.
I feel left out. So as usual, if you want to win everything that we talk about today, then you just need to share this video here on Facebook. Just make sure your share is public so we can see it.
Yep.
And then check back tomorrow. We'll draw a random winner and we'll let you know via Facebook. So check back and see if it's you.
Yeah. Sharing's caring.
That's about all the rules to that.
Cool.
In news, we are going to some more shows.
Lots of shows coming.
Yeah. So we just had San Diego, which was fun.
Tiring, but
kind
very
of crazy.
fun. Very crazy.
Was a lot going on.
Yeah.
We had Umbrella Academy announcements.
That was one of our exclusive shirts that we actually had.
And so I don't know if do we have any more of these in stock for future shows, or was this kind of a...
I think we have some for New York Comic Con.
Okay.
I think we have some for New York Comic Con, but other than that, it's pretty much done.
We always announce all of our show exclusives, a few weeks before the shows, so stay tuned for more of that. The ones that are coming up really soon, John's going to be at PAX.
Yes, PAX. I actually just got done informing the warehouse of everything we're taking. So we're going to have a lot of limited edition books that you cannot buy anywhere else at our booth. A lot of Witcher figures and products. A lot of Dragon Age stuff. We've got a Crash Bandicoot figure that we have available. Link figure. A lot of cool things that you cannot find readily available anywhere else. So yeah. Happy to have you come to we'll talk games. Let's talk video games. Go to PAX West.
We love talking about video games.
Critical Role is there's a limited edition book that we're gonna have available at PAX. What?
Limited supply.
Very limited supply. So yeah.
If you haven't already gotten that, that's a very good way to get it. Just pick it up in person at PAX West.
PAX West.
Just to be clear, because there's a lot of PAXs.
There's PAXs every day. Every day, everywhere.
Ask for John Rudy when you get it.
That's right.
So that's coming up right away. Then we have Rose City Comic Con after that, and Kumura Con, which are both local shows. Mike Mignola is going to be with us at Rose City, and we have some other special guests as well, some of whom will still be announced. But I believe the Critical Role cast is also going to come for at least one of those. Because as you probably know, if you follow that show, most of they're voice actors, so they also are in a lot of anime and video games. So. That'll be cool. We may or may not get to hang out with them. We'll see when that gets closer. But so those are coming up soon, and we'll give you more information about that as they approach. Now I think we're going to dive into our digital sales.
Yes, digital. It is a good time to be a Predator fan. With the upcoming movie coming out in September, this brand new series that happens to be coming out today, Predator Hunters 2. We're actually doing a digital and mega bundle sale for everyone who's interested. Very good opportunity for you to pick up new and old Predator books and comics. We get the whole bundle of all the comics for only $29.99.
That's great.
I know, right?
That's great.
That's great. And then also you can get individual comics for 99 cents or trades for $2.99. So good deals available for all. So go get your hunt on with those Predator books.
We'll drop links for that below when we're done today, as usual, just in case you need them. Yeah. And we'll talk more about Predator in a moment.
Yes,
but we also have something new and large,
and
which
massive.
We are going.
I got it right here.
I'm gonna let John.
We need to make space.
We gotta make some space. Get these out of here. Get these lovely other books in here. Boom!
Bam.
Oh, sorry, Predators. This thing's too heavy to accommodate. It's
took
giant.
It right out.
It's massive.
So this collection has been 20 years in the making. This is the first time it's been translated into English. This is, of course, The Art of Metal Gear Solid 1 through 4.
1 through 4. With some, some overlap there. It's got Snake Eater and it's got some DLC and stuff like that. It can
be, I know it can be kind of, it's a weird timeline in terms of which games follow up. So this includes Metal Gear Solid, MGS2 Sons of Liberty, MGS3 Snake Eater, MGS
Silver.
4 Guns of the Patriots, and MGS Peace Walker.
Peace
So
Walker, right?
that's what's contained in all of these. And as you can see, it contains 2 volumes.
2 volumes.
2 books.
Right now
in
we're
this-
looking at the
in this box.
Gallery Works. The
With
gallery
gilded edges.
Gilded for
Gilded.
his and her pleasure.
And there's one book for
Ooh, these-
each, too.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to show you this one. This is the Studio Works.
Hooper.
Lots of great concept art in here for fans of Metal Gear Solid.
Wow. Yeah,
You
this
haven't
book
already-
has been a long time coming.
Yes, it's insane.
Ian Tucker, our editor who worked on this, he also did the art of Metal Gear Solid 5,
Yep.
which is still
Companion piece.
available. We have confirmed that it's still in stock at retailers, so if you don't have that, it is available as well. The limited edition was limited. We've had a few people ask about that, so that's not available any longer for now. You know, if we're able to do something new in the future, we'll certainly announce that.
It's a lot of book.
Lot of books.
How much is that book? Like $1,000?
It's actually pretty cheap. It's only about $40. So, yeah.
70.
79? I'm pretty sure it's $79.99.
Well, I'll double
it's
check
expensive.
for you, but I'm pretty
Definitely
sure
It's a
not
beast.
1,000.
It's definitely not 1,000. So that is a plus side.
Yeah.
Although it feels like $1,000 for a whole
give me
bit.
a hand putting this.
Yeah, I got you.
There you go.
That is a lot
I'll
of
double
book.
check. I was just looking at it and I was surprised by how cheap it was actually for how much book you get. So,
Yeah.
What is that?
I mean, it's massive. It's
A lot of
Yeah,
bang
yeah.
for your book.
that's right. That's
Indeed.
right. Yeah, it is $79.99. Well, it's basically 2 books, and usually our art books and lore books are $39.99 individually. But this comes with a cool slipcase. I got the gilded pages.
It's very cool.
It's insane. If you're a Kojima fan, you have to buy it. You have to get it.
So that is actually going to be included in our giveaway today, just as a reminder to share this video.
That's right. But bringing it back, bringing it back to the
Other stuff,
Predators,
too.
since not that I mean, video games are my life and passion, and Sons of Liberty is one of my favorite Metal Gear games of all times. But we've got right here, as mentioned earlier, Predator Hunters 2, number 1. From the islands of the South Pacific to the mountains of Afghanistan, the hunters go wherever the predators appear, even if it's into a war zone. This leads to a conflict with a mysterious government group hunting the same prey. They are the hunteders. Hunteders? I don't know. Despite the casualties suffered from the first mission, the predator hunters are still on the prowl. Yeah. Go see the new movie. This also has an amazing variant cover from Andy Brass.
Cool.
Yeah, it's written by our own Chris Warner. I play Magic with him frequently every Monday, so I'll bug him about it. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we have
Wow.
Lunchtime Magic League.
Yeah, I missed this last one. though.
Nerds.
It was sick. But yeah, check it out. It's wonderful. And
Chris Warner of
Let's
course,
see some-
also did the art on the original
Let's see inside that.
Predators
Oh, let's check out the
series.
inside.
Let's see some art in there.
Bam.
Yeah.
Love to see some of that. What you got there?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
All of the art.
Graphic.
That's an ad.
Ooh, how ad-filled. I don't want to give the final
Found
thing.
it.
Yeah, don't give the final away.
Ooh.
Yeah. Great color, great art, great book.
Great book.
Predators
Great Predators. Perfect. Cool.
And we also have another exciting comic, BPRD, for fans of Mignola's works. This is the Devil You Know number 9. This is a really action-packed and fast-paced issue. So I'm going to give you a little peek inside. The BPRD arrive in New York to an immediate attack by cultists turned zombies and familiar demons. So something that fans will appreciate, I'm sure. Lawrence Campbell is back in this issue, providing brilliant art for all of the action. This is colored as usual by Dave Stewart, and he has some really, really excellent color palettes that kind of develop through the issue. So this also pays respects to other previous Mignola and Hellboy works. Fans will notice little nods back to Hellboy in Hell and other past issues of Hellboy. Fans, I think, will really enjoy this issue, and you get to see a lot more about where the story is headed. There's some great moments with Liz Sherman, for example. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'll give you a little more of this art.
Ooh, great sound effects.
Of course, this is by Mike Mignola, Lawrence Campbell, Dave Stewart, and the cover, which I'll flip back to in a second here, is Mignola with Max Fiumara. who's another one of my favorites.
Legends.
So BPRD number 9 out today.
Awesome. And next up is for all of you Viking enthusiasts, we have Sword Daughter number 3. For 10 years, Dag slept, hiding from the horror that ripped his family apart. Now he is awake and reunited with his daughter, who has grown up largely on her own. At the ancient stone circle of Raven's Fate, Dag comes face to face with the first of the 40 swords, the gang who slaughtered his entire village and the extent of his failure as a father.
A lot going on.
A lot going on here.
A lot to do.
If you're a fan of Brian Wood, his a previous work of his was Northlander, very Viking, very violent, very intense. I would highly recommend checking this out as well. This comic is a premiere format, 28 story pages, and it's got a deluxe stock covers. Speaking of
nice,
covers,
issues.
we have this other variant by Chatter, and then the original, Greg Smallwood. Obviously, writer I mentioned before is Brian Wood, artist Mac Chatter. Let's go some of this interior art
there
for
you
you
go.
too. See some of these Sword Daughter action. Let's get some. That's a lot of walking on a pedal. There's some action.
Yeah, this is another issue where the action starts to pick up.
Yeah.
So we're getting to see the 40 swords at last. If you haven't been following this, it's kind of like Vikings meets Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah, very revenge-filled.
Beautiful art. and
Beautiful
colors.
art. Great dynamic between the father and the daughter, too.
Yeah,
it
it's
really goes
really
into the
interesting.
psychosis of really damaged youth and
Yeah.
focusing on the revenge story that really brings them together.
Yeah, the letterer Nate Picos came up with some like his own symbolic language to help express how the daughter Elspeth speaks, because she doesn't really use a lot of language. They sort of communicate through gestures and things. So he came up with a really interesting symbol system. If you haven't read it, you should check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Switching gears a little bit, we also have a new She Could Fly this week. This is She Could Fly number 2. This is the series written by Christopher Cantwell, who, if you have seen the show *Halt and Catch Fire*, he's one of the showrunners on that. And it's an excellent show, which I
haven't
also
seen that,
really
no.
enjoy. Oh, it's really good.
Is it good?
Oh, it's yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't speak highly enough of it. The illustrations, the artwork are by Martin Morazzo, who you might know from Ice Cream Man. He's also done work on Nighthawk. And the colorist is Miroslav Merva. This is one of the Berger Books titles, so edited by Karen Berger, of course. In this issue, we continue to follow Luna as our main character. The tagline we go with here is, "She could fly, but then she blew up."
Oh. True
Luna
story.
mourns
True
the
story.
lost, unable to let go. While Bill Miggs, who is a scientist, they're both secretly trying to investigate this flying woman's identity. So in the first issue, we saw this woman flying high up in the air, and she literally did blow up in front of everyone
Spoiler
who
alert.
witnessed it. So this whole series is people trying to figure out what was going on with that. And Luna, our main character, it's especially affected her. And so we're also dealing with, she kind of sees things a lot. So we have sort of a magical realism in the pages of these issues where you never quite know whether you're seeing reality or Luna's reality. She's got a lot going on up there in her head, but it's all tied together by trying to investigate what's going on with this mysterious flying woman. So this is another issue where we see a lot more action, and the intrigue kind of picks up where different groups are trying to be the first to find out what happened with this woman and the technology that made her fly. So it's a really interesting series with beautiful art, and I highly recommend it.
Cool. And next up is we have, for the classic aficionados out there, is we have War Against Crime, Volume 1. This is one of our EC Archives books. This recounts thrilling tales of the conflict between gangsters and cops, and that were described as quote-unquote real stories from police records, exclamation point.
It's like cops.
It's like cops,
Early
yeah,
cops.
yeah, early cops. This is how you get,
But with gangsters.
just with gangsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Gotta look at this guy in the back. That guy definitely sounds like that. Oh, you found me, eh? This mugshot isn't really good in my profile pic. My LinkedIn profile.
My Tinder page.
Ah, dang. But yes, this collects issues 1 through 6 of War Against Crime, featuring the twisted artistic talents of Al Feinstein, Johnny Craig, Lee Ames, Jack Kamen, Ed Moore, tons more. Leonard Starr, all the great classics. And the cover is actually by Johnny Craig as well. So, you know,
EC Archives.
EC Archives. Check out how cops and gangsters used to play back in days of yore.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't help it. I can't help it.
Right.
Switching gears.
Totally switching gears again. We have new Tomb Raider today. This is Tomb Raider Inferno number 3.
Perfect.
I love this cover art, first of all. So all the covers are by Hannah Templer, and I really feel like she kind of outdid herself with this one. This is beautiful. And we'll peek inside too. This first page is also gorgeous. The writers on this series are Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, who are apparently a brain trust. They work together and they dress alike, and it's amazing. Really awesome guys. The artist is Philip Sevi, and the colorist is Michael Attia. I mean, this whole team is awesome, and they're a lot of fun. They hang out with us at shows sometimes to do signings, so you can come by and see them if you find us at a show. In this issue, things are really going to get a little crazy with Lara. The lines of reality are blurred, and Lara is lost in a mind-altered state caused by the most improbable of circumstances. She is forced to face her own memories, however painful they may be, and relive her worst experiences. However, she ultimately comes to a realization that may be her salvation, or possibly her demise. So, no big deal.
No big deal.
But she must make a choice.
When's Laura going to have the opportunity to go through her old closet drawer? Just have a good weekend.
Yeah, I know.
Just watch.
Lara Croft's life is never dull. This is no exception. So, Tomb Raider Inferno number 3, get it.
Get it.
Get it.
And then also, with our other video game property that we were making a comic for, is World of Tanks Citadel number 4. This is obviously from the piece, the amazingly best-selling game of World of Tanks that's playable online for free. We have the two opposing sides and their tank armies are about to clash in the comics rendition of the Battle of Kursk. Kraft and Stradler resort to desperate measures to return to the safety of their own lines, but many end up outsmarting themselves. Meanwhile, Pietro and Ginger prepare for the climax of the battle of Kursk, which is
Still in Kursk.
Still in Kursk, don't worry about it. Very bloody. As a massed Russian armed offensive smashes full tilt into the unsuspecting Germans. Full tilt, man. You got to use the tank terminology.
Which is
Let's see some
large
tanks.
tilt.
You want to see some
when there's
tilting?
tanks.
Show us your tanks.
Yeah, show. This does not have any tanks on this. Oh, it does have at the very bottom. There we go.
Tank.
There's tanks.
Where's your tanks at?
Tanks for asking.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm
so
sure
bad.
Garth Ennis will appreciate that too.
I know, right? I mean,
Ooh.
there's some firing into the assaulting tank army from the Russian horde.
That's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
Good stuff.
So yeah, if you're a World of Tanks player, if you like World War II history, this is your comic.
There's your comic.
Really
you
well
found
done.
a good spot. You found a good spot.
And these guys know their stuff. Garth Ennis knows a little bit about World War II.
Unpoco tanks. But yeah. Cool.
So that's our full
That's what we
roundup
got.
for today. Remember to share this video, and you could win one of everything, including
This big
bad boy.
This guy is insane.
Which is 2 books in one, in case you forgot.
That's
which is pretty cool. In case you couldn't tell from this nice box. So again, just share this video on Facebook. You could win one of everything, and that's all we got.
That's all we got. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Sharing is caring, guys.
Yeah. Remember to share the video, and we'll see you next week. Same time, probably same place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.